All right, so we'll go in and take a look at these Chess Tutor software products. And I thought what we would do is I will open up the Step 2 Chess Tutor. And I just wanted to look though at the index for the Step 2 teaching manual. And we'll just you can see like here are the lessons, both the basic and the plus lessons. And you can just kind of compare that to what you see when we go into the Chess Tutor. And let's say we'll just go in and look briefly at this activity of the pieces section, but you'll just get I'll give you kind of a general overview of what this Chess Tutor is and how it can kind of be, it can augment your learning in the steps. It can be like an additional supplement that you can use just kind of like as an adjunct to doing the actual full lessons in the workbooks. So let me get that pulled up here. All right, so I got the Step 2 Chess Tutor pulled up here, and you can see that it has a section for basic lessons, and so that corresponds with like the normal Step 2 workbook and the lessons for those in the training manual, Step 2 training manual. So if you remember, the first one was activity, and then it went to double attack by queen. And then these advanced lessons, those are like the advanced lessons in the workbook, and the exercises for those are the Step 2 Plus workbook. So the Step 2 Plus workbook would have lessons tied to these lessons here. So I thought, and then you notice there's also like these handicap games and playing games. Now I did have some issues when I did it, like it wouldn't record that I completed it. It would kind of like crash when I got done, but so I'm not that worried about it. But you can see like it gives you like a score. So I got like 93% of them correct, I guess, overall from doing the whole thing. So, but in the workbooks, they tell you kind of like, in the teaching manual, they tell you what you should aim for in these workbooks and scores and stuff, and how to remediate problems for the students and whatnot. But so if we go into, let's just kind of pull up this activity lesson. So this would be like the first lesson from manual 2, from Step 2 manual, I should say. It kind of goes and it gives, it talks and kind of gives you a lesson. And so you kind of work through it and it describes it, right? And I guess what I would say is some people say, well, then I don't need to do the lesson in the workbook because this thing does this lesson for me. I would avoid that. I think like for me, it was critically important to slow down, go through the lesson in the training manual first, do the workbooks do the workbook puzzles related to that lesson. And then I would do this as a way to just reinforce what I learned from the training manual. So, but anyway, it goes through a lesson. We won't go through it all here. You can see the progress of the lesson up here. So it gives you a pretty in-depth lesson, but I don't think it should be a substitute for the lesson you get in the training manual. But anyway, let's go back to the overview. And, I guess I'll go back into it. I'll try to go through it, but basically what happens is when you get done, you will get exercises that are similar to the exercises in the workbooks. So I'm not going to do that now because I've already gone through this. But so you get done and it says continue. Well, we'll do a couple of them. But it says, which piece can you put on a more active post? Can one of your pieces attack something or become more mobile? You only need to make one move, but clearly this must be the best move. So I think like here, clearly we want to just move our king to F2, make it more active. We activate this rook by doing that. And so you'll see like when we do that, then it'll say, let us know that we got it correct. And then it kind of draws arrows and kind of helps you. So then it would have like, you can see there's 10 exercises for this lesson. So it's not as many exercises all the time as you would get like by doing the workbook itself, but it's like a good way of supplementing what you learned from the training manual and the workbook. So I'll leave it at that. But I do think these are like a good way to get additional reps, especially for us like adult improvers. We're not going to soak this stuff up as fast as if we were, 12 years old. So I really like it. Like I feel like I've gotten a lot better at chess from doing these steps. And like I said, I'm just I have to do the step 3 mix and the step 3 looking ahead, and then I'll be moving on to step 4, and then it starts covering more strategical stuff in addition to just building up this tactical foundation by step building blocks. Um, so anyway, I hope you found that helpful. Good luck if you decide to do this. I think if you do it, you're doing yourself a favor. So anyway, take care.